Yep.
1,
2,
Samantha,
3,
turn it around.
4, 5, 6,
7.
8.
All right, Dad, now flip them around.
Turn it around.
All right,
And point it towards Max.
welcome to my speech class, speech number 2, my informative speech, which is how to apologize to your spouse. So the introduction to this speech is, have you ever had an issue, or have you ever said something so idiotic, so anger-inducing, that your wife or husband or significant other, whatever the case may be, just wanted to strangle you afterwards, just wanted to grab your neck and wring it just a little bit? Well, I'll tell you what, this is the speech for you because this will teach you how to apologize appropriately. Now, why I'm going to tell you this speech is because my wife can tell you I'm a master apologist. I say a lot of dumb stuff a lot of times, and I have to say sorry a lot. So, like I said, this is going to be the speech for you to apologize. So the first part of an apology is the words to say, and more specifically, what words to say and what words not to say. So, Samantha, when you're apologizing to somebody, you want to look them dead in the eye. You want to acknowledge what happened exactly. So, and you want to acknowledge your role as well. So, for example, Samantha,
Yes.
I apologize for not doing the dishes in a timely manner. So for that right there is the first part of saying. When you're saying sorry, you don't want to use the word sorry. When you use the word sorry, it's a vanilla word. How many times have you been at a grocery store and you've gone and you pushed your cart into another person's cart and you've said sorry? It's a vanilla word. So that's why you want to go ahead and use words like I apologize. It's my misunderstanding of the situation. It's my fault. Stuff like that for the apology portion. The key word here also is never use the word but when you're apologizing. So for example, Samantha, I'm sorry I didn't do the dishes, but you also didn't clean the house. That's a terrible apology. Don't do that. Samantha, thank you.
Thank
You
you.
may take a seat. All right. Second part of the apology is actually your body language. Your body language helps represent what you need to be and how you need to be. When you're apologizing, you don't want to do one of these classic maneuvers. I'm sorry. You don't want a shoulder shrug. For example, when Bill Clinton apologized for the whole Monica Lewinsky scandal, when he was on national TV, he looked down and he shrugged his shoulders and he said, well, I guess I'm sorry I cheated on my wife. It's basically how it went. We all know it happened. Get over it, people. But more specifically, like I said, you don't want to do that. Now, some things you want to do when you do use your body language. For example, in Japan, you don't have to do this, but in Japan, they hold their arms to their sides, they bow 45 degrees, hold it for 3 seconds, and they apologize, and then lift up. We're not in Japan, we're modern American people, so some of the things that you want to do when you're apologizing is you want to have a relaxed posture, you want to make sure you touch the person, you want to make sure you make good eye contact with those people, and you want to have remorseful facial expressions. You don't want to go ahead and say, oh, well, sorry, whatever, okay. So, no, you want to be like, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Which brings me to the third transitional point, which is, of course, the follow-up. Every good apology needs a follow-up. So, for example, when you're apologizing for not doing the dishes, that my wife can attest to that I don't do very well, you want to make sure that it's about reconciliation. You want to make sure that you are going to say and do what you mean. So when you apologize for not doing the dishes, when you apologize for not cleaning up after yourself, when you apologize for not taking out the trash or doing any menial task, whatever the case may be, you want to make sure when you say, I promise I will do that again, I am so sorry, that you do that. Otherwise, some issues could arise. They validate your apology when you apologize like that. If you don't follow up on it, you just kind of like shrug it off like, oh, I'm sorry, and then don't do anything about it. It kind of invalidates your apology. And you also have to take in consideration the respect, the honesty, and the feelings of the person you're apologizing to, which is, of course, your spouse. So what have we all learned today? In conclusion, we're all human. We all make mistakes. In the end, as long as you follow 3 main apology points, the words to say, your body language, and the follow-up, you can avoid a strangle-free life. And you can enjoy a happy life. And that concludes the speech for now. I have a question and answer segment. So if anybody has any questions, please ask them.
I have a question.
Yes, you lovely lady with the glasses.
So what do you do if you repeatedly forget to do the dishes and you repeatedly say sorry?
Well, that's not following the third point, which is basically the follow-up. Like I said, when you follow up, you want to make sure that you say, I apologize for not doing the dishes. When you say those words, you have to mean it, and you have to act it. You have to do the dishes. You just can't say, oh, I'm going to do them next time, because all of a sudden next time becomes next time, becomes next time, becomes next time, and then eventually it leads to divorce. Nobody wants divorce. Nobody wants to break up with somebody over some dirty dishes. Get your dishes done, people. Next question.
How do you represent good body language?
How do I represent good body language?
Yes.
So, like I said,
If you don't want to touch the person.
If you don't want to touch the person, that's fine. You don't have to touch the person. Touching's more meaningful, kind of soul-searching type thing. Basically, like I said, you want to have a relaxed posture. Okay, you don't want to be all slouched. You don't want to be all cramped up. You don't want to be sheltered. You don't want to have your arms back. You don't want arms crossed. You just want to have a relaxed posture. You want to look at the person, dead eye contact, and you want to have relaxed and remorseful facial features. If you're apologizing to somebody and you're really angry and you're just so mad, I'm sorry, you're such a jackass, it's not going to come over. But if you say, I'm sorry that I did not do said thing, or I'm sorry that I'm a jackass, it's going to come off more efficiently. Any other questions? All right.
Handle the people that say,
Go ahead.
how do you handle the people that say, I'm sorry that you're a jackass, but that's not my problem?
Well, you just got to treat them and kill them with kindness. You know, at the end of the day, as long as you find in your soul that you have apologized and you promise to make up that apology and promise to make up that penance, in the end, it's all that matters. All right? And I believe that well, I was going to say, I believe that concludes our question and answer segments for today. I thank you for gathering together for this speech.
Bravo!